Now we are going to start our journey through exponents. So this first lesson is just an overview on how exponents work. So it is important to remember that exponents have or exponential form has two parts. We have to have a base and we have to have an exponent. The base is the factor in our multiplication problem, and the exponent tells us how many times that factor is multiplied by itself. So for instance, we have 3 times 3 times 3 times 3 times 3. We can write that in exponential form. Our base, or whatever our factor that is continually being multiplied by, that is our base. And our exponent is how many times we are multiplying it by. So here we have 5 factors of 3. So we have 3 to the 5th power. Here we have -5 times -5 times -5 times -5. Yes, we can have negative numbers when we work with exponents. So this, our base, is -5, and we have 4 factors of that. It's really important to remember our parentheses here. And the reason is that we want the factor to be -5. We don't want to get confused with a minus sign or anything like that. So we know that this is -5 times -5 times -5 times -5. So it's -5 to the 4th. We do the same thing with a variable. X times X times X times X times X times X. X is our base, that's the factor, and we have 6 of those. We have X to the 6th power. In this last example, we have a mixture of numbers and letters, so constants and variables. We have 8s, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4 factors of 8. And since all of these are multiplied together, we are going to multiply p times p times p, p to the 3rd. So this would be simplified 8 to the 4th, p to the 3rd, or 8 to the 4th times p to the 3rd. So let's go the opposite way. We're given this base and exponent. 3 to the 4th is 3 times 3 times 3 times 3. And that equals 81. That we can do. Yes, we can have fractions in here. So this is 1/4 squared, which is 1/4 times 1/4. 2 factors of 1/4. And when we multiply that, we get 1/16. Now here's another one of ours with our negative base. -4 to the 3rd power. So that means it's -4 times -4 times -4. Okay, so -4 times -4 is +16. +16 times -4 is -64. Remember, keep track of where the negative times a negative or a positive times a negative. We've gone through that before. Now, let's evaluate an expression with an exponent given some values for our variables. So a to the 5th plus 4 times b. So we're going to use a equals 3. So we're going to substitute 3 in for a. So we get 3 to the 5th plus 4 times b, 4 times 12. Okay. So 3 to the 5th, we know that 3 to the 4th is 81. So that means we have to have one more factor of 3. So if we multiply that by 3, we get 243 plus 4 times 12, which is 48. Now we can add the 2. We had to use our PEMDAS here. We did the exponent here. We did the multiplication here. Now we can add. We add 243 plus 48. You can do that vertically if you want. 11, 9, 2. So that is 291. Just a little note here. It says beware. -5 in parentheses squared. What is that? We just did it over here. -5 times -5 is 25. This, on the other hand, the negative sign is not part of the factor. That means that only the 5 is being squared. And then we are using the negative sign outside of it. So this is actually negative 25. So that's why it is very important we know what our base is. That is a general introduction